The Another thing I wanted to share with you before I go back to the calls here, the president is serious about putting the wall up, folks, in spite of all the opposition he has to deal with. The lying media, the liberal lying media, the Democratic Party, the rhino Republicans, the never Trumpers. It's a crisis at the borders. At the border. And these illegals are still trying to come into our country. And they have something where if they're able to get across into the American side of the country, if they can cross over to America, they can stay. Isn't that amazing? They have to go to court, like they're going to show up for court, right? But there is a real crisis at the border. President Trump held a press conference at the White House this weekend where he addressed his plans to close the borders, if Mexico doesn't get with it. Mexico is not trying to stop the illegals from coming in. They want them into our country, folks. But the president said, no, I know what I'll do. I'm going to close the borders, and I'm not going to give Mexico and Honduras or any of those countries any more money until they straighten out the situation. It's the darndest thing I've ever seen that our own government, not somebody else's government, will not protect us. They will go and send our troops and everybody else to other borders to protect other people, but not the American people. And the American people won't even protest in droves. We need to have everybody out there protesting, calling these folks saying, hey, look, I voted for you. You better protect me by doing the right thing or you're out of there. Here's where the president, Great White Hope, President Trump told the press, this is from Fox, President Trump told the press that Mexico has some of the toughest immigration laws in the world, while America was weak. Here's the soundbite.
I'm very upset with Mexico. I think Mexico is doing a lot of talking. They have the strongest immigration laws anywhere in the world. They probably have the strongest. And we have the worst. We have the weakest, the most pathetic, the most laughed at immigration laws anywhere in the world. They're the Democrats' laws. And I got stuck with them. And I hope Congress is going to change them rapidly. They have a lot of opposition from Democrats, not because the Democrats don't think they'd be right in changing them, just because they don't want to make anybody look good. They want no victories. They don't care if the country suffers. They don't want any victories.
Amazing. The Great White Hope warns the nation that there are 2 more caravans on their way.
We have 2 brand new caravans coming up, if you can believe it, 2 big ones. And they're coming up. And Mexico could stop them very easily. Mexico has a trade surplus with the United States for many years of $100 billion a year at least. This is for many years. Mexico has taken a big portion of our car business. Mexico is doing very well because of the United States. And frankly, they have to stop the illegal immigration. But Mexico is going to have to do something. Otherwise, I'm closing the border. I'll just close the border.
What other president is as honest and open about what's happening, informing we the people about what's happening? No other president has done this that I'm aware of. And the president says this is the worst illegal immigration crisis he has seen in over 30 years.
And we're working very hard to stop it. We're building the wall, but until the wall is completed, it's really moving along well. In fact, we're going to have a news conference very shortly over the next couple of weeks at the wall as it's being completed and going up. at sections of the wall. It's moving along rapidly, but still, we have a current crisis. We have a crisis. I know that you can go back 30 years and you go back 40 years, but I can't imagine it being any worse than it is right now.
Amazing. And the last soundbite, the Great White Hope wants to close the border by the end of this week, and he says it is perfectly okay, that he's perfectly okay with it.
And you see what's happening to women. You see what's happening to children. It's a horrible situation, and Mexico could stop it right at their southern border. They have a southern border, and they have a border that could be very well structured. It's very easy for them to stop people from coming up, and they don't choose to do it. Well, we're not going to give them hundreds of billions of dollars and tell them that they're not going to use their strong immigration laws to help the United States. So there's a very good likelihood that I'll be closing the border next week, and that'll be just fine with me. Mr. President, can you tell us
4 more years. I have to tell you that you need to know, if this president is not reelected, God forbid, the Democrats take over, everything you hope for is gone. The wall will not go up. Illegal aliens will come here from everywhere. My country will be destroyed because the Democrats and the rhinos don't care. All they care about is power and wealth, and they get it by degrading you. They get it by voting anybody that vote for them, and they want these illegal aliens to come in and vote for them. The Democratic Party doesn't have a chance if they don't get the illegal aliens in this country to vote for them. You heard in the first hour how there are blacks and liberal Jews who are leaving the Democratic Party. The Jews finally understand that the Democrats don't support Israel. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.